Hello, my name is Tia, also known as Costumed Fiend, because I am both evil and excessively fond of dressing up. Every now and again, I've been told I have a nice voice, so now I'm trying this. ASMR audio role plays and stories have both helped me sleep and get new ideas lately. I'm still working out what I want this channel to be, but for today I wanted to get nerdy and talk about something that always amuses me, superhero and supervillain Wikipedia articles. So, congratulations to the Marvel anti-hero Namor because you get to be first. I've read quite a few comics over the years and watched many Marvel movies. Despite that, before Wakanda Forever came out in 2022, which, 2 years ago, I realized I had never encountered Namor that much. So, I did what I thought was quickest and went directly to Wikipedia, only to be smacked directly in the face with Homo Romanus. I'd like to tell you I'm more mature than this, but I'm both bisexual and not more mature than this, so Homo Romanus, you know? I laughed a little bit, I'm not gonna lie. But then I continued on. Namor was created by Bill Everett and debuted in 1939. He was created in part as a foil to the firepowers of the Human Torch, but more importantly than that, in his first appearances, Namor was an enemy of the United States, and according to comics historian Les Daniels, Namor was a freak in the service of chaos. If I hadn't already gone with the costume fiend angle, freak in the service of chaos would make for some great branding. In any case, the Wikipedia article does not slow down from there at all. Les Daniels has stated that his enthusiastic fans weren't offended by the carnage he created as he wrecked everything from ships to skyscrapers. My father, an avid comics fan, and one of the reasons I'm a massive nerd today, can attest to this. Skipping ahead a bit, we're then reminded that Charles Xavier is a menace, apparently in a series of convoluted events that could only happen in comics or soap operas. An amnesiac Namor comes across our dear professor and leaves his care when Charles' telepathic interference causes Namor to suffer a mental break. To quote the Wikipedia article verbatim, Xavier's intervention would solidify the bipolar disorder he would suffer from for decades to come. This does apparently come back later on. Fun times. Fear not, though. Namor soon after regains his memories and at some point comes across a group of Inuit worshipping a figure frozen in ice. Said figure seems familiar, but that does not stop him from apparently hurtling said monolith into the ocean during an outburst of rage. Comics are amazing about mental health, guys. Comics are also great in handling other subjects with great sensitivity, such as the storyline where father-daughter oceanographers Caleb and Carrie Alexander theorize that Namor's propensity towards rage is due to his half-human, half-Atlantean blood chemistry. This seems scientifically sound enough and could in no way get problematic, i.e., eugenics. There are many storylines that I will not get into, otherwise, I'd be here all day. But suffice to say, the fishman gets around. Like that time he was apparently given possession of the time gem, which he in turn did not even seem to use. But getting into magical items he does use, I feel like it's very important to point out that he wields a trident that can apparently change a human into a merperson, which is why I need Namor to answer my calls because I am over the surface world. Okay, he's not picking up, so in the meantime, we're past the halfway point of this article approximately. So let's take a brief look at his villains, of which there are plenty. So I'm going to pick about three. The first standout for me is one Dr. Dorcas, not just because his name sounds like the nickname a bully would give to a science nerd, but also because he is credited with creating several of Namor's greatest threats, and after he was thought dead in battle, he later turns up with starfish-themed abilities. Not exactly sure what that means. Maybe he can regrow limbs, as one does. The second villain, named Orca, seems to be one of Dr. Dorcas's creations. This would really not stand out except for the fact that the article states that his abilities make him massively strong and grow even stronger in the presence of Orca. I might have to check out his Wikipedia page next because, like, an orca just has to be around. Is it involuntary? I feel like science forgot to ask why again with that one. Yeah, how does that work? But we'll skip on to the last villain I'm going to point out, which is going to be U-Man, mostly because he was a rival of Namor's that ended up becoming a Nazi, and also because the Wikipedia article's description of their fighting during World War II is described as them sparring, which brings to mind something completely different than what I imagine actually fighting in World War II would have been like. But anyway, as we wind down and get toward the end of this page, I feel like I should point out that up until this point, not much has been said about his thing for Susan Storm, which is kind of funny because that was one of the few things that I did know about Namor, him being super into Susan Storm and not giving a flying crap about her husband. But that being said, according to the Wikipedia article, one of the alternate universes that exists, Namor is black and is married to Susan Storm, and their child is Gambit, which is another fun Wikipedia page, by the way. A lot of fun stuff with Gambit. Comics, again, are amazing. The rest of this page is mostly about his appearance outside of the comics, both the small screen and the big screen. They both seem to have wanted to adapt Namor for a while before it actually panned out. TV did get there first, but based off of everything I did read, I feel like Ryan Coogler and the Wakanda Forever team definitely deserve credit for taking all of this wild stuff and creating their own solid version of the character. I mean, in general, even when I don't like what is done in movies with superhero characters, I have to at least respect that there's a lot of material that they have to work with. And when it comes to Wikipedia pages for both superheroes and supervillains, it's definitely fun to remember not to take any of this so seriously because things get so weird. Anyway, to conclude, whether you learned something new about Namor, want to check out his Wikipedia page for yourself, or even go straight to the source material, that is the comics, I hope this helped you to relax or even fall asleep. I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do next. This was kind of fun. Like I said, the Wikipedia articles for superheroes and supervillains can get really fun. But whatever I decide to do, if you enjoyed this, you could give it a like and or share it. If you like the artwork for the thumbnail, I did that myself. Yeah, I'll leave in the link below my Instagram or where I post my art the most. Otherwise, like I said, have a good night. Or if you listen to this in the morning, I'm glad you decided to start your day with the superhero Namor. Enjoy.